Hi, this is Jon from Stormy Studio and this is our Kickstarter campaign. We're looking for funding to help complete work on our horror point-and-click adventure game Dark Asylum, The Seven Lost Souls. For just a few dollars you can have the game on Mac or PC completely DRM free, or on iOS, Android and Windows Phone. Stormy Studio started life back in 2001 when I was at university. I made a 3D animated short called The Tales of Heaven's Waiting Room that went on to win a Royal Television Award.
Tweet, tweet.
I then spent the past 10-11 years working in the animation industry. In 2009 my wife got pregnant and I decided it was time to try and get rich, so I taught myself some basic programming, and in 2010 I finished producing my first app, Contented Baby Sleep. I then spent the next 4 months working on my first game title, which was a puzzle game called Quake Builder and the Asteroids. Then made Escape Artist, a pixel art drawing game, and then Audio Invaders, an audio-based version of Space Invaders. I'm also the developer behind Think Outside the Game Box, a social network for indie game developers. This means we can quickly set up a private developer area to hang out, collaborate and share ideas. We've got an amazing photographer on board whose work alone is worthy of Kickstarter, plus access to his back catalogue of asylum photos taken from around the world. Mixing these with digital painting, illustration, this will really help the game step up to a whole new level. We've got a composer who works for a games company based in Switzerland, and he's willing to compose a unique score for the whole game. I've got myself producing the graphics and the programming. Ideally we get one more crew member on board to work with the programming and the graphics alongside me. So what is Dark Asylum? It's a point-and-click horror adventure game. It's been inspired by great classic point-and-click adventure games like Myst and The Seventh Guest. It has a unique gameplay mechanic in that you can swipe around the rooms 360 degrees, the floor, the ceiling and the four walls around you. All the imagery is created in Photoshop, mixing hand-drawn photos and digital painting together to create the needed aesthetic. In Dark Asylum, you wake up dazed and confused and in a lift. You have to solve some simple puzzles to find your inventory, work your way around the lift, reactivate it and go to the different floors, exploring the asylum. We want to explore what makes a game truly terrifying, taking cues from great games such as Silent Hill, Resident Evil, Max Payne, creating the perfect story. We want to explore the use of light and shadows. There's also the Doctor, as a game can only truly be scary when there's a chance of being caught. We'll have questionnaires and polls on the Dark Asylum development blog so that you can have your say and make the game as scary as possible. The sketches have been done, puzzles created, though we have got room for a few extra puzzles for those willing to pledge that little bit more. Create your own room and puzzle that we'll throw into the game. For the right amount of money, you can be in the game. We'll Photoshop your photo. There'll be an old creepy photo on the wall with your title and image. The user will be able to click on it and find out a made-up history about you. If we don't achieve our Kickstarter goal, we won't receive a single penny. We hope that Dark Asylum, once completed, will be looked upon as a true classic point-and-click adventure game with a big horror twist. We've got the talent on board. A fantastic photographer, composer, myself producing graphics and programming, my wife producing tea, stationery and doing the accounts. Now we just need the time and the money to see it through to a finished production. If we can achieve our Kickstarter goal, the funding will go towards paying for artists, recording voiceovers, developer licenses, buying test devices, online marketing, running early beta testing, art equipment, rent, essentially buying us all the time we need to work on the game. If we shoot way over our Kickstarter target, we could pay Shoot You Video Production to come and film a mini documentary series, tracking the highs and lows of the development process. The documentary itself could be worth pledging for. If we earn even more money, we could use a bigger game-making platform, potentially taking on Unity and turning our pseudo 3D rooms into a full 3D asylum, making use of the 3D lighting, shadows, camera moves and all the benefits that 3D brings with it. The game would still be using our digital painting and photos, but merged together to create something even better. Hopefully we managed to twist your arm and convince you to go for one of our pledge buttons over there. We really do need your funding to see the project through to the end and finish it as well as we'd hope to. Thank you.